2, do it again. Start at the top and go down. Hi, I'm Eli Yamin for the Jazz Academy, and I'm joined today by Rich. How you doing, Rich?
Good, how you doing?
Good, good, good. Now, I wanted to show you some things that Barry Harris showed me about the sixth diminished. Would that be cool?
Sure.
Well, it all starts with a major sixth chord. Why don't you go ahead and play a C6? Good. Now, can you run that up the inversions? Cool. Now we're actually going to combine that with another chord, the D diminished, and those two chords together are going to give us the sixth diminished scale. So if you could play the D diminished for us, please. Yeah, so see, the cool thing is those two chords create an 8-note scale, which is basically a major scale plus the flat six. And what Barry explains to us is that this scale's been around a long time in Western music, but nobody really knew what to call it. So we didn't really have a name for it, so then people didn't really study it. But it's around, it's there, and it's a great tool for us to practice chording through scales. And it helps us create a good sense of movement, which is what jazz is all about. So, so let's try it. Let's try to do some fun stuff with this. Now, what would happen if you would play in the root position, take the C6, and then move up through this scale, going 6 diminished, 6 diminished. Now we're going to change things up a little bit, and one of the nice things we can do with this is a drop 2 situation. So go ahead and play our C6 in first inversion. Now drop the 2, which means take the second note from the top, the A, and drop it down here and play it in your left hand. Okay, now we have this nice sounding chord. Now go up the 6th diminished scale using that chord. Good. Keep going. Yeah, that's all right. Come on down. So that's a great way of practicing the C6 diminished with the drop 2. Now, what I like to do right away is find a piece of music that you can apply this in. And you're not necessarily going to use the whole running up and down the scale because, you know, the scale is not the music. The scale is the building blocks of it, you know. But you're going to use just a little piece of this, like maybe you take, just practice that, get that real smooth. Good. Now we're going to play this in rhythm because, as Barry said, he said rhythm rules the universe. So let's say maybe this rhythm is going to be like ba ba da 2, ready, play. 2, do it again. Start at the top and go down. Yes, indeed. Good, great. So for instance, you take a tune like Exactly Like You. It starts with a C6 chord for 2 measures. And that's exactly the kind of song that you want to use this thing, because what are you going to do for 2 measures? Just sit on one chord, you know? I mean, you listen to people like Wynton Kelly and Red Garland. I mean, there's always this wonderful movement going on. And I don't know if you're like me, but I always used to think, well, how do they come up with all that stuff, you know? And it sounds so pretty. Barry has taught so many of us, you know, and he's shown us the way to find these things.